Hey, lovebirds. Welcome to For Better or Worse, a podcast where we talk about everything weddings, vendors, and love. I'm Manda.
I'm Bryce. We're two wedding videographers based out of Rochester, New York.
Who are also married.
Yes. And we have our rings this time. What the First, Meg. Today we're going to be talking about what lawn game is the king of wedding cocktail hour.
Love that.
Yes. Thank you.
We're also going to be reading a Reddit story and talking about whether or not tipping is mandatory.
Which mandatory is not the word that you would really think about for tips. So, you know.
It would be mandatory if Tori was my middle name.
Mandatory. That's funny. That's a good bit. We're also going to be talking about children at weddings. Children being a part of weddings specifically.
Not as guests. Children who are involved in the wedding day as being a flower girl, ring bearer, junior groomsman, or bridesmaid.
The pros, the cons, the tips and tricks that we've seen, the stories, whether or not it's a great idea to have a kid there as a part of your wedding day, and what you can do to make it the best.
It's never going to be the best, but it's going to be memorable.
Everybody has lawn games at their wedding. If it's like a nice day and they have an outdoor, like either a tent or a place with like a lawn as their venue, they always have, they'll tell me like, oh, the cocktail hour, we're doing something like super quirky. We're going to have
cornhole.
And
but like the cornhole has like our last name. The cornhole boards have our last names on them.
Yeah.
And like,
or like an imprint of the dog, like of our baby dog.
Well, I was like, why is this a thing? But then I found out that a lot of people actually get them at their wedding shower.
Oh, so that's actually cool. That's right. So it's probably not something, you know, that they came up with, but something they were like bestowed upon.
They were given, and they were like, we can use this on the day because this will actually be the day that we are Mr. and Mrs. insert last name here. Which
they'll be cornholing for the truth.
Yes, they will truly be cornholing.
If we cornhole on these boards before we're married, we're liars. But if we cornhole after we're married, we are
legally cornholing right now.
Hell yeah.
But I found that out because like in the beginning, I was like, why are people getting monogrammed cornhole games for their wedding? And then I was like, oh, it's for their like life. It's not for... It has nothing to do with their wedding day. They're just also using it for their first like party as Mr. and Mrs. And then they'll use them later on at like gatherings and stuff that they also host. So it's actually kind of a cute thing.
Very, very cute.
But I'm not going to lie. I think it's overdone.
We're going to take, we've taken all the different lawn games that we could think of.
And by lawn games, we mean games that you would not put on your dining room table when you have guests over.
Yeah.
They're meant to be played at like a bar outside.
Yeah.
Or like
a campfire
pool party. Yeah. Or like at camp, you would see these oversized games, or you bring them to the beach and like, this is like the beach game that we play, or we bring them to the park. Like those kind of oversized or outdoor only games. Not saying like soccer goals and stuff like that.
No,
but so there's a category that we found.
We thought of all these different kind of games, and I wanted to.
I don't know which ones you picked.
I put them into a March Madness bracket. It's March now. It won't be March when this episode comes out, but it's March now. So we're doing March Madness.
No, it'll be March when it comes out.
No, this isn't coming out Monday. This is coming out the next Monday. So I'm putting...
The madness is it's not in March.
Yeah, the madness is, whoa, we're back in March.
April Fools!
I've taken all of the long games that either we've seen at weddings or I've seen online do at weddings, or I've seen at like parties and stuff, and I've put them... You
putted them somewhere.
I've put them in a March Madness bracket, and we're going to take some time to go through and just see who is the king of, you know, who's the king of the long games, who's the best to have at your weddings, what are the best ones, and they beat out. It's single elimination. So if, you know, we're deciding between the two and the two lose, it's out.
Okay.
But we will keep track of like who's in what place at the end. Because that's, you know,
that's your job.
How it'll work. So
right. So my thought going forward is, how easy is it for you to leave this game or have somebody join in?
Okay.
right? Like it can't be like, no, sorry, you can't join in because we've already, like we've been at a wedding where people were playing Settlers of Catan. And like I had no idea what was going on, but it seemed like they had already started their mission and you can't just jump into that.
No, yeah.
Right. But I'm thinking of games where like it really doesn't matter if like I've played 1 or 2 rounds and then I want to go hang out with cousins I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Or like somebody comes over and they're like, can I get in?
Yeah.
Go on, throw a thing or something.
It's gotta be easy to pick up, fun to play without like killing yourselves because you're in
wedding attire for the most part. You're dressed nicely. We will either say from black tie to Sunday picnic. Like one way or another. You're either
like
wearing
khakis,
nice khakis and a polo
sundress,
or all the way up to suit, tie, spike heels, long gowns.
So fun to play, easy to pick up, like fun to play and easy to play in just attire.
Like join in.
And then also third category or third/4th category is it's got to be fun to watch. Like if you're stuck on the outside and you're watching 2 groups of people play,
like you're under like the little like pavilion and you're watching some people play while you're having your crackers and cheese and your little drink.
Is it fun to watch?
Is it entertaining?
Enjoyable to watch?
Yes,
yeah.
like where you can go like, oh, like one of those things. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. That's actually a really good thing that I didn't even think of.
Those criteria is kind of what's going to guide us. I have this seeded. I picked the ones that I came up with the most and that come up the most to put on top of the first seed.
I think the other consideration that I will have for this that I think is important to also keep in mind is whether or not bad sportsmanship will arise because of this type of game. Like how competitive is this game to the point where it may actually spoil the rest of the evening because this game is very intense.
I think that falls into fun because like I like baseball. Baseball's fun.
I'd never play baseball at weddings.
I would never join a baseball league with like a bunch of grown men because they're going to be really
take it really seriously.
Yeah, they're going to take it seriously.
Some people are there just to keep their cholesterol down. Some people are there just to, enjoy being outside again. But like I said, it's going to be something that I'm like, people are going to get really heated while playing this game potentially.
Exactly.
Or if it's a team thing, are you going to be mad at like your random person who's paired up with you the rest of the night? Like, are you guys going to fight outside of this wedding over this? So that is something that I might not like use as like a ranking thing, but it's something I'm going to keep in the back of my mind throughout this.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. We've got,
you got to tell me, first of all, is cornhole on this list or is this everything but cornhole?
The cornhole's on this list.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I have it seeded.
Okay.
So it's the number 1 seed. And then like the ones I've seen that are most popular are like 1 through 4. And then like,
I don't know what you're saying.
the seeds are like who's in first place versus who's in last place and like going down. Then when you seed it, the first place always plays last place. And then like it's step ladders from there. That's why upsets happen.
I'm upset that you just thought I understood any of that.
It's all good. We'll just start with the first game. This is the number 1 seed through the number 16 seed. This is the number 16 seed because I don't like this game at weddings. I think it's one of those ones that is
what are
a tough
seeds?
thing to have.
I'm getting so. Can you just stop calling them seeds?
Seeds are a tournament thing.
This is March and April. The only kind of seeds I want to think about are the tomato seeds that I'm going to be getting at Lowe's in the next few weeks to grow little plants in my window.
Just don't worry about the seeds. Can we say
like brackets or something? The first
no, because the brackets are like whatever. Are you actually confused about this or
this isn't a bit?
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll move on. The first place and the 16th place one are facing each other right now. Okay. I've picked 16 games. The first place and the last place one are facing each other right now. They are cornhole and bocce ball.
Cornhole. The reason I say this is because 1, cornhole occurs in a singular place between 2 goals that you stand at. Bocce ball is a traveling game. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to yeet the ball to different places.
Yeah.
And also like, I don't think a venue would want people who have maybe had a drink during the ceremony and maybe one or two after the ceremony, after sitting in the sun, to just be like shot putting like the Trunch Bowl like over with that. I love
so
bocce
many
ball.
weddings. I love bocce ball. But I've seen so many weddings where it's like some dude in like a tie that's too long and his dumbass sunglasses, his
fly
fishing sunglasses, right, that he refuses to take off for any of the pictures, is going to send that bocce ball through your like $700 door to your venue, like,
or like
window.
through somebody's car.
Yeah,
like it's gonna go over the venue, hit, and then you're just gonna hear like boo, boo,
yeah.
like
I don't know if you've ever caught a bocce ball with an ankle.
I can honestly say I haven't, but I can imagine.
And so I know that like you're going to go get the balls and he's got one tucked behind his back and he throws it and it hits your ankle.
We've played it before, like around your parents' lawn on Mother's Day one year. And we have friends who play it on the beach at sunset all the time. And they are like, migrating,
we went all the way around my parents' like house,
up the hill, like, down the hill, by the field. Like we're in upstate New York. Like we went over by where they grow the onions and down by the horses and all the way around town.
we traveled so much. I couldn't imagine like.
No, because
where did everybody go? We're a half a mile away.
It's like a golf tourney.
Ball.
It's like a golf tourney. Like
you have like a caddy, oh my God.
And then they travel. No, like
so cornhole advances. Bocce ball is
eliminated. That is an activity you set out to play when you know you have time to walk around a place, not at a wedding.
I've got next game is Bottle Bash versus badminton. And I like badminton. Badminton's my favorite for this one because badminton is one of those games that you can stand and be really, really good at. But Bottle Bash, I have taken a header too many times. I've like fallen on the ground way too many times.
For those of you who don't know, Bottle Bash is a frisbee game in which a plastic bottle is set on top of like a stick with a plate on top of it. And your goal... It's like cornhole in the sense of there's two players on each side, one from each team, and a player will step up, throw a frisbee, and try to knock off the bottle either by hitting the bottle itself or by like donking the pole which it's affixed to. The player on your team, like your teammate who is next to the bottle you're trying to hit, can try to catch it. Or is that the other person who's trying to catch it?
I love how you're totally going to bat for Bottle Bash, but you've got the rules mixed up.
I'm also mixing in another game, which I know Can Jam. I'm also Can Jamming it.
Of Can Jam.
But Bottle Bash is
one teammate throws
the frisbee.
Either tries to hit the bottle or hit the pole to knock the bottle down.
The goal is to get the bottle to fall.
Not the other teammate, the other team, the other person on the other side can catch the bottle
to prevent it
from hitting the ground.
You only get a point when it hits the ground.
You only get whatever set of points if it hits the ground. That's my layman's understanding of the game. I've only played it like twice and I had a lot of fun playing it, but you know what I've had a lot more fun playing is badminton.
So here's my thing. Badminton, which was Nan's favorite game. Shout out to Nan.
I knew I loved Barbara.
Nan loved badminton. Like that was anytime I'm like, yeah, no, we were playing badminton. She'd be like, and it was like, oh, here comes the badminton story from my grandma. The only thing I don't like about it is the same thing I feel about when we have gone to venues and there is a volleyball net.
Yeah.
I do not like permanent fixtures of games at venues.
Well, that's why the badminton is small and it's very, very
that is
put up takedown.
That is some assembly required.
But so it's just about the same as like cornhole, I would say.
So
setting down the things is just as much as sticking the poles in the ground or whatever, because it's not like they have to be tied down or anything like that. It's a very, very small net.
So what makes me nervous about badminton, which for me, I think is honestly like the loser in this round, only because one, I don't like the idea of giving people whackers. Like I don't like giving weapons to people. You know, like a frisbee is one thing. You can kind of dodge it. No, if a frisbee's coming, you can go, Do you know what I mean? But if I'm standing next to somebody who's aggressive and they're like I will be the one to catch it in the eye. Do you know what I mean? So like that's a thing. And also, I don't think anything with the word cock in it should be.
Yeah, that's what's going to be my main argument is, babe, one's a beer bottle. Everybody's got those at a weddings. The other's the shuttlecock.
The shuttlecock.
The shuttlecock.
You know who I know is absolutely dying
Do we have to
at this?
bleep that when we say it?
Well, only the first time when I said like the end syllable of shuttlecock, but shuttlecock itself is fine. Yeah. I know my cousin Kelsey is dying right now because the first time she ever heard the word shuttlecock, it was a lot. It was being screamed over and over because like it's technically correct, and it was just like blasted outward that it's not the birdie, it's the shuttlecock. Like
she probably short circuited. She probably
it was in her backyard. It was in her backyard, which made it 10 times better. No, better.
Worse for her, better for literally everyone else.
I don't like the idea of weapons. I don't like the idea of having to set up a net. I don't see people being able to join in as easily because you only have a certain amount of rackets. Do you know what I mean? So like somebody can't just step in and play. You have to trade out. Whereas like Bottle Bash, you can just have like line up. Each person just keeps kind of going and trying to knock it down and catch it. But then you can have a billion people.
I've both games I've taken dives to try to catch that bottle.
Well, you're an idiot
or whatever. But I'm a man. Men just do that. They go flying. When they're like, the game calls for, you to lay out and top 8 plays in ESPN.
I'm also like, seeing
you're gonna do it. You can hear the da-na-na in your mind, and
as
you
go for it. Hollow bottle
as a yellow
to
frisbee.
Topple.
Yeah.
See, my other thing is I can easily see a game of badminton ending because the rackets broke because 2 adults were playing with it first off, and one went and it breaks.
Yeah,
they're flimsy. Whereas you can easily kind of just construct Bottle Bash on your own.
Okay. Let's rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins, that's a continue.
Bottle Bash.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You win rock, paper, scissors every time.
God damn it. You know me now.
I do.
Okay. Bottle Bash.
Whoever can say the alphabet backwards the fastest gets okay. The thing.
I'll rock, paper, scissors. You
Stop
do that.
It.
Whoever. Okay. All right. Next one. We've got, and this is going to be a great one. We've got can jam versus axe throwing. I think axe throwing is the worst thing you could have at a wedding, but also probably
what if there's
most
a space
fun
for
thing. Yeah. What if there's like a safe place for it to do it?
Like
what
they have it like a setup thing, like kind of like at the Ren Fair.
Our venue is,
we don't have a venue
and an attendant, like somebody who hands the axes over.
The amount of
and
insurance we will have to purchase. It's like the person who's manning the axe throwing is the same person, like the same type of like insurance that's purchased for Ariel at Phantasmic when they have to bag the fish. Like we're gonna have to have this person in like padding like they do for like police training things where like they're in like the foam outfit with the helmet on. They're like, congratulations on your everlasting love. Please aim that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Release the axe forward.
Yeah.
But can you imagine?
I think axe throwing
a
takes
little
this
bit
for
of
me.
Just a little bit of a tangent. Can you imagine having like a venue where after like cocktail hour is in like a parking lot carnival, like with like all of like the horse water game and like the duck splash game and stuff? Can you
and like the rolling the ball to get like the horse to move like 10 yards and stuff? And the coin pusher.
Can you imagine that? That would be sick. Well, write that down.
Are you getting this? No, I actually kind of like the idea of having something like that. Maybe having a Ferris wheel.
They also make axe throws that they're not actual axes, but they'll like you're throwing them into like a brushed dartboard or
you mean like I kicked your ass at Dave and Buster's with?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. No, I mean like I think the only reason that I think axe throwing is really, I think it's really cool, but I think Can Jam honestly beats it because one, we talked about being able to have it in a place that's visible.
Yep.
If you were to have axe throwing, it's in an alley that would have to be somewhere
tucked away.
Not necessarily tucked away, but in its own thing.
Somebody would have to be removed from the group to go into a place to throw the axe safely.
Right.
Everybody else will have to be behind them.
Right. And my problem with that is
range.
This whole thing is just supposed to be like a fun thing added to cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Cocktail hour is the thing. It's not axe throwing. It's not sport. It's not game time.
Yeah.
It's cocktail hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Can Jam, once again, is really easy. Like literally, you could have 50 people on either side and we each take one turn each. Back of the line.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's?
Or you play a game. Games go pretty quick.
No, but I'm saying like
Can Jam is it's there's like 2 buckets. It has a slot in it, and the top's open, and one partner throws a frisbee, and the other can knock it in, or knock it through the slot, or slam dunk it in. It's different points for different things.
Right.
But if you hit the can, you get a point.
Even if you are not actually playing, like counting points or whatever. Throwing it back and forth once or twice really quick while you're waiting for the bar to die down, I think is more fun than the logistics of having axe throwing at a wedding. That for me is more of a bachelorette night out. Like we're going axe throwing and having a fun time.
Cool.
Like for me, that's more of that.
Right. Well, we're throwing Can Jam to the next round then.
Yay. Oh no, that means they're going to have to fight with the other ones I like. Yeah. I forgot. We're sending them forward. This is Gladiators.
That's why I was okay with Can Jam or with Bottle Bash going through. Next one we have Spike Ball versus Ladder Golf.
So Spike Ball is the one where it's like a little like trampoline.
Yes, and you're pinning the ball into it and hitting each other, whatever. And Ladder Golf is the one with the rungs, the golf balls on the strings ropes that you throw, and you try to hook them on to the ladder. So
for me, I think Ladder Golf takes this.
I am in stern agreement
because. To me, what is it called? Spike Ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Spike Ball reminds me of Gaga Ball. And for anyone who's not like familiar with Gaga Ball, it takes place in a pit and you have to like slap the ball and you're not allowed to throw it. You're not allowed to kick it. And you can only hit somebody below the knee and then they're out and you kind of go until the last person standing.
Yeah.
For me, Spike Ball is too enclosed. One, I think it's dangerous. I can easily see somebody just getting like the ring bearer coming over and being like, "What are you got? My eye!" Do you know what I mean? Like it's not something somebody can join into super easy as well.
The thing with Ladder Golf is too. It's another one where like projectiles are being thrown in a strange way.
That way, you're not going back and forth.
The same way like corn golf. The same way cornhole is being thrown around.
Corn golf. Why did you say it like that? Who said you could do that?
I surprised myself.
You surprised everyone. Now that everyone is sitting calmly again, we can resume.
The same way that, but as long as it's like all of these are like they're modified so that drunk people can play them as safe as possible because
ladder golf,
having real golf balls. I don't know if you've ever been hit with one of those. Like I said, brothers.
Yes. Yes. I grew up in a neighborhood with only boys.
Yeah.
Only boys. And it was literally
those things suck. Yes. And not only do they suck, but they
Hey, do me a favor.
Hit you
Run
around
that way as far as you can.
Yeah.
It was very much a thing. But for me, ladder golf isn't a back and forth thing. You don't have two groups standing on either side. The ladder is over there and you're throwing it in one direction.
Yeah. You don't have to have two. A lot of the games come with two, but like
usually
you
see them positioned side by side. That way. Do you know what I mean? So I think the projectile is since it's only going in one direction and it's not constantly like getting thrown towards you or bounced towards you. This is also another one that if grandma wanted to come and throw one thing towards the ladder, she could throw it. Also, the ring bearer could. Also, a bunch of people could, and it's not that serious.
Yeah,
and you can walk away from it easily.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I think I agree.
And you can also
100%.
have people watch.
I also think Spike Ball. I don't know if you've ever seen like I've
only ever seen those same friends play it at the beach.
I've tuned into like the American top Spike Ball tournament or whatever, right? And The volleys
that
will
exists.
Yeah, and they'll go like for 5 seconds because nobody's actually good at spike ball. It's really hard to play. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
Unless you like enjoy diving in the sand
I think
every
it's
single
stupid.
time.
I don't get it.
Okay, so we got ladder golf moving on.
Mhm.
The next one we've got game 5 is giant Jenga versus pickleball.
Giant Jenga. Move on.
I'm moving on, sorry. Pickleball was a late entry because I think
Pickleball.
I had another stupid one in there,
No.
but pickleball is kind of popular
Where
right
are you
now.
gonna play
So
pickleball? Where are you gonna play pickleball?
can you imagine being like
Actually, there is a
the
wedding.
couple that shows up to weddings with all of their like pickleball gear, their like special rack or their special paddle?
Can you make
Like
it? Can you make it a point to just like bleep this out? You do realize that we have shot at a venue where you could play pickleball.
Yes.
You do realize that literally anytime we have ever filmed, there is a pickleball tourney going on.
Uh-huh. Oh, I am aware. And I bet you, can you imagine
The idea?
the hate that would be sown between certain people if they won or lost at a wedding? And anytime that wedding was brought up, they were like, oh yeah, that was the one that you lost pickleball. And they would like smash their paddle every time, punch holes in walls every time they hear it. And you don't want that kind of pressure on your anniversary.
Giant Jenga. I do not care if it falls and breaks your teeth. We are not playing pickleball at a wedding. That is a cult. We are not having cults on our wedding day.
No
The next
cults.
day, we can have it all you want.
Game 6 is Giant Connect 4 versus Big Beer Pong. This is going to be a tough one.
Big beer pong is just buckets and ball, right?
Yeah,
In yard.
Yeah, I've seen it with like a volleyball. I've seen it with like it's like a ping pong style like plastic ball
Yeah.
that gets thrown.
So my answer for that, based on the criteria that we set, is Giant Connect 4.
Okay.
The reason being is because if I was to walk up onto a game of Connect 4 that was half unfinished, I can easily dive right in. Right? But if I walk
Yeah.
up to a half unfinished Pong game, I'm going to want to reset it. I'm not like these are like the last 3 ones that are left and I can't hit those either. Like I'm resetting it and we're starting over and it's again and again and again. And that also for me seems to take I'm sweating. Who knows? We got called over because our girlfriends wanted us to take pictures with them.
Yeah.
We had to leave. I'm actually supposed to be in family photos. I wasn't even supposed to be playing with this. Sorry, guys.
Mm.
Connect 4, I can easily join in and out of, and it's really easy to just go like, whoop, and all the pieces fall out and we start again. And I feel like it's easy one for people to watch. It's an easily done game. You don't have to overexert yourself. You're not throwing anything. And it's Connect 4.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really make a mess either.
Bowling became really popular when the lanes automatically reset themselves. So I get like the beer pong thing where it's like if I had to go and reset it every single time, or
And
like, hey guys, come play, and then I had to go like reset it in front of them, like that would suck. That
Right,
would
but
not
if
be
you just
fun.
want to kick somebody's butt really quick in one game of Connect 4,
Yeah.
it's fast. Or also if somebody's like, hey, can we be on a team and play Connect 4 2-on-2? Like, oh no, put it there. Oh yeah, no, drop it in that one.
The only thing with beer pong is I think it would be way more fun to watch, and I think it's way more fun to play. But I think logistically, Connect 4 is a lot easier. And then like, where are you going to find big beer pong unless a venue already has it? You know what I mean?
The setup for it, it's just you know where I'm picturing us playing these games, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Pomona. Like for me, that is my like. We are under the pavilion. All the doors are behind us.
Hey, shout out Pomona.
Pomona at Blue Barn.
Yeah, shout out Pomona and Blue Barn. They're the best. They're so awesome, and that venue rules every single time.
Well, I think it's hilarious that all of these games, I am visually watching them being played at Pomona. We've got the beautiful charcuterie board set up and everything like that. There's family photos down by the groom suite. Everything's wonderful. Somebody's playing a game right in front of us at the grass.
All of the big chairs and stuff that are out there.
They do have cornhole most of the time, but I gotta say, one of these times we're gonna show up and they're gonna have some really cool game playing, and we're gonna be like, "This is what we saw in our dreams."
So I got Giant Connect 4 moving on for that.
I love that was. You know we're picturing this, right? 1, 2, 3. Pomona.
That
makes me so so happy.
Game 7, we've got croquet versus toss across.
Toss across.
Really, you think? I think croquet.
Croquet.
Hot take. Croquet is a lot of fun. Croquette. And it's been on Bridgerton.
That was Pall Mall. I am not.
What's the difference?
They called it Pall Mall. No, I once again, it is a traveling game. You have to go around through your things until you hit the wicket, and it's stupid. And once again,
but once it's set up, it's set up. You know what I mean?
You can't easily join in to this game.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not going to be like, okay, which ball am I? Oh yeah, they hit it over there, over by the beer garden, and now you're stuck with the yellow ball and the yellow racket, or the yellow mallet. Good job. Toss across is, once again, it's right there. If I come over and I'm just like, all right, let's just start a quick game of toss across. Boop, boop, boop. I'm blue, you're red. You want to be X's? I'm O's.
Yeah.
And we can leave it. If somebody can join in, it's fun to watch. I've seen the Santa Claus 2. Clearly, it's a wonderful game that gets the party going.
This is an upset. This is an upset in the beginning because a lot of people like croquet. A lot of people like croquet. Like the only time they play it is
at your grandma's retirement party.
A lot of people play it at a funeral.
Play it when your dad gets it for you for Christmas when all you wanted was a unicycle.
I think
I'm triggered by the fact that you even brought that into this.
What do you know? Croquet is very, very popular at weddings. A lot of people play croquet only at weddings.
Only way I'm playing croquet is if my mallet is a flamingo and my ball is a hedgehog.
Okay.
Only way I'm playing it.
There's
please tell me you get that reference.
Yes, of course I get that reference. That
stupid bird that's
toss
like
toss across wins this if it's not the like plastic Fisher Price type. Like, what if a venue has its own like wood created toss across, or like a wall mounted beanbag toss tic tac toe that you have to play from throwing it, from a distance or something.
Like I said, I think toss across is one, it's fun to watch.
Way better for a wedding. 2,
anybody I think can play it. And 3, I hate croquet.
And then last game for this round is horseshoes versus giant Yahtzee. Now, I think horseshoes takes this. I don't know if you've ever played horseshoes. It's a lot of fun. And I
went to Catholic school.
You'd be the Goofy movie.
We played this at our...
Where he like winds up his leg.
I went to Catholic school and we had those regularly at our parish picnic. I played horseshoes. It was very much fun.
Horseshoes is fun. I like
horseshoes is fun. The only thing is it like legit horseshoes, or is it like kind of like a modified one so people aren't hurting themselves? We are up in upstate New York, so I feel like you're going to be like, we're playing it right off the horse.
This is fresh off Buttercup.
Yeah, I pulled this one off a Raven this morning.
She's the stang I got.
This one dude shows up to the wedding and he's just like, I heard there's horseshoe. Funk! I got this off of Clydesdale in '84.
I feel like horseshoes is a perfect for like that guy who's got the frumpy pants that are pulled up way too high to be like, this is my time to shine. I'm ready. Good, let's show you how to kiss how this fucking done.
There's also like one little boy who learned how to play this at camp last year who's just like,
yeah,
like hitting him like crazy.
That'd be sick.
No, hands down, horseshoes takes it.
Giant Yahtzee is really,
you can't
really cool.
join in.
Can't join in, and if you don't know like the dice rolls or whatever, like how you keep track, what you just waiting until somebody rolls a Yahtzee. It's like,
and then everybody just goes Yahtzee. Yay. Oh, we missed entrances because this game takes forever. And also the balls are huge.
All right.
Or the dice are huge.
Let's move on to the next bracket. And we'll run through these now that we've done a lot of our arguing about each game.
Our reasoning.
We've got Cornhole versus Bottle Bash is first
Cornhole
up.
moves forward.
It's unfortunate that it's probably
I'm going based on grass stains on pants.
Yes.
Cornhole moves forward.
Cornhole is like, unfortunately, the most fun lawn game that you can play. So I'm expecting it to sweep, but we might be surprised. We might come against something that we're like, this would be way more fun.
No, the only reason is because one, people know the rules of Cornhole, and I feel like it won't be hogged by bottle bashers.
I think it's perfect. It sits in all 4 of those categories because it's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
When you're watching somebody sink it.
And no one's going to get too overheated if you didn't catch the bottle. Do you know what I mean? There's too much pressure.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Cornhole moves on.
We got Can Jam versus ladder golf. This is actually a pretty close one because I would vote Can Jam.
I would vote ladder golf.
I think Can Jam is so much more fun than ladder golf, but I think ladder golf is way more approachable. So
yes, and it's not a back and forth game. It's more of just like a step right up and see how far you toss it.
Can Jam is way more fun and way more fun to watch. Ladder golf is way easier to approach, and it's also like repeatable, I guess. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck! Can Jam takes it. No big deal. Because for me, honestly, it was either one moving forward was kind of like a...
Yeah. Here we go. We got Giant Jenga versus Giant Connect 4.
Giant Jenga.
I think so too.
For me, because it only goes to watchability. When it gets to the point where somebody's about to connect 4 or gets to the point where the tower's about to tip, nobody's going, oh, he's got 3. Here comes the 4th one. Oh my God. He hit him with a block there. No one's doing that.
Yeah,
nobody cares at all. Yeah. But when that Jenga is about to fall, like,
sorry, that got me.
Right? Like, oh, here it comes. It's a diagonal. Like, it's nobody.
She doesn't see the diagonal. She's worried about the right vertical, but she's not worried about the diagonal. She's unaware.
Yeah, no, 100%. Purely because of watchability and like the amount of butt tightening that happens during a game of Giant Jenga alone. Oh my God, the crashing sounds would be beautiful.
Toss across versus horseshoes.
Toss across.
I agree.
I saw the Santa Claus too.
I don't think we've seen Toss Across anyways. I think Toss Across would be a welcome addition.
Should we bring it next time?
I think it's so much fun.
Should we bring it next time?
To a wedding?
To a wedding.
Yeah.
Put it in my kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, don't worry.
We put it in all of our packages. Like you get the 5-minute film, you get the 2-hour traditional film, you get Toss Across. You get Toss Across at your cocktail hour.
Yeah, no, but I'm like,
where did Porterhouse go? Where do the video guys go? We're in the parking lot, like, wow.
He doesn't see the vertical. He's blocking over there. I love Toss Across.
Okay.
Insert clip of Santa Claus 2.
This is Toss Across.
We are in the semifinals right now. Here we go. We got. We'll go with game 2 first. Okay. Giant Jenga versus Toss Across.
Giant Jenga.
Yeah,
yeah, sorry, Santa Claus 2. You lost out immediately. Once again, due to the one, anybody can come in and put a piece up, right? You can either have 2 people playing and it become like a thing that everybody watches, or throughout cocktail hour, just someone grabs one and puts it up.
Yeah.
Somebody else walks by, puts it up. And you know for a fact there's a group of people going, another one's going.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going. It's going to tip. Oh God, he's drunk. He can't place it. Shit, stayed up. It stayed up. You know, like
one of those ones that it's always riveting. It's just so much fun.
Yes. Because I think of when we go to that restaurant in Florida that we go to where they have Giant Jenga outside by the outdoor bar, that sometimes you will see like a small group of people playing it, but also we have been there and just taken one out and placed it and gone inside. And we've come out and it's still standing, but we can see other pieces have been removed and added.
And it's got to be big. It can't be just like,
we're talking about Giant Jenga.
Giant Jenga. It's got to be like as tall as a person, because
a small
if it's like
child.
If it's like just like the 2x4s that people cut up and it's on a table, then it's gonna fall down and hit somebody in the head.
Yes.
And that always sucks. It's funny as hell, but it always sucks.
We are not trying to get boo-boos on wedding days.
No boo-boos. And
we just said that.
Cornhole versus Can Jam. Cornhole. Yeah. Damn.
Cornhole's gotta take it.
This sucks that it's so expected that like
this whole thing was us trying to prove that Cornhole was not the best game. But when you compare it to the other ones for a wedding day, for a cocktail hour,
I would get down with a lot of these more than Cornhole. I've
like
played a lot of Cornhole.
Out and you were like, pick one. I'm not necessarily gonna go for Cornhole. I
like bocce ball. I do not like bocce ball for wedding days. That was why
it was cocktail hour.
It was a 16th.
We're specifying for cocktail hour.
Can you imagine can you imagine all of the girls in their pajamas out on the lawn playing like bocce ball or something like that.
Well, it's
How
no different
cool
than all the groomsmen diving into a lake.
Yeah,
that'd actually be
more
really
long
cute.
games for girls. Get your hair done sooner. Get your makeup done sooner, and then run outside and go play croquet or something. I think
That's actually
that'd be
really
so
cute.
fun. Then we got the finale, cornhole versus giant Jenga.
Giant Jenga.
I think giant Jenga.
Giant
takes this.
Jenga for me, honestly, my only reason
I love a last minute
I can't
upset.
believe that. Like I really didn't even consider Giant Jenga for one of these games because I was thinking more of something like cornhole where it is throw to place with friend. Like, you know, I went to bocce ball immediately because that was the first thing where I was like, what other thing can you throw out in grass?
Yeah.
Ball. Like, but Jenga for me, Giant Jenga is one, engaging. Like everyone knows how to play it. And if you don't, you pull a piece out and then you stack it on top. And it's 3 and 3. And you just keep going until it falls down. You know, it can either be really serious where like I said, it's like four people playing it and it's like, oh, you lose, like you made it fall down or whatever. Or like we said, it's just set up in the midst of cocktail hour. And every once in a while, somebody just comes over and goes, and you know, people who have already moved their piece are watching to see who's going to be the guest that makes it fall. And for me, that actually would be super funny that like after entrances and stuff like that, like right before speeches, everyone's sitting down for salad and the DJ goes, hey, everybody, I don't know if you saw during cocktail hour, there was a huge giant Jenga out there. I saw a lot of people playing it. Mike knocked it down. And like, do you know what I mean?
That would be so funny.
And therefore,
that'd be so great.
Like that for me would actually be really fun to have it be like, who was the one that inevitably knocked over the giant Jenga that was like slowly getting moved around. We've also seen at weddings, and I don't know if you remember this, that a small Jenga was somebody's guest book.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And so like Jenga at weddings is not unheard of, but like that was like one of their things that instead of it being cornhole as a wedding gift for them to play, Jenga it was a Jenga with like little messages written on it. Full circle, Jenga wins!
Cornhole is equally one that's fun to watch and fun to play, and also like one that could be tucked away and you could go the whole wedding day and be like,
There's cornhole?
like
Or it was like the cornhole got crazy right before we had to come in for entrances. It was nuts out there. Your uncle actually was screaming at somebody. Yeah. But it was all fun.
Every long game is a lot of fun. These are just our opinions and what we think are the best.
Praying the next wedding we go to or a wedding this season has giant Jenga at it.
That'd be sick.
Like I feel
and we're playing it. We have to.
I'm at least moving one piece. I'm going to be a part of it. But like I said, I think it would actually be a really fun thing. Or maybe even if the couple had like a small Jenga and like when you find out like the one person that like destroyed the Jenga, like the one who made it topple after it had been out there that whole time, they're gifted the Jenga from the couple. Like that would actually be, it's like the anniversary dance, but destructive.
For third place between Can Jam and Toss Across, are we doing Toss Across? I think Toss Across is a sleeper. I'm not surprised it made it this far.
I think a lot of people don't know what Toss Across is because they've never seen the Santa Claus 2, because that's the only reason why I know what that game is. I'd never played it until because it just wasn't one of the games that I grew up playing. But then after seeing it, I was like, it's tic-tac-toe and cornhole. Because think about it, like part of the fun of Toss Across is the fact that you cannot necessarily control what you're hitting.
And
that can cause like some real like no moments.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's great. I think that works.
Toss Across third place.
Cornhole second place.
Gets the silver. Yeah. And at the tip top, which is hilarious, at the tippy toppy, balancing it out is Jenga. Giant Jenga.
If we missed a lawn game that you had at your wedding, or if you have any stories with any of the ones that we eliminated, that kind of will convince us or whatever, let us know in the comments. We want to hear all about it.
Also, if now you're going to have giant Jenga at your wedding because we have determined that it is probably the best idea going forward, also please let us know because I like told them right.
Thank you. If you're a wedding vendor and you want us to shout you out on our podcast, we're always looking for wedding vendors to highlight. Please send us your information. If you are a couple who worked with a wedding vendor and they were awesome, please send us their information, their social medias, and then a little brief description of why they're the best. And we'd love to shout them out on the podcast.
Also, on the flip side, if you worked with a vendor or were at a wedding with an absolute terrible vendor that you would like feature during our vendor portion, please send it to me. I love when people tell me about how things went wrong and how they impacted the day so other couples can learn from it.
All right, I've got a Reddit story to launch into.
Have you read it yet? Or have you just seen the title?
No, I've read it. Okay. This is from r/wedding. And the title of it is Venting About Forced Tipping.
Forced tipping.
I am so sick of vendors who have mandatory tips.
Ew.
I spoke to a makeup artist who is the owner of the business. She charges $150 for airbrush makeup, which isn't a bad price for my area.
No.
I have 6 girls, including myself, getting makeup done, so she's making $900 that day.
I was going to do the math on my phone.
Then she tells me there's a $175 Sunday fee, a $30 travel fee, and a 20% tip per girl. All that added together is $1,285. $1,285. I've run into a few vendors with mandatory tips. It's just like, tell me the actual price instead of me filling out a form or sending a detailed email after reviewing just the price list. Of course, the side fees aren't posted to lure you in. And it's not a tip if it's like mandatory. It's just a fee. It's like whenever Ticketmaster charges you like the seat fee. That's like an extra.
The processing fee.
Yeah. It's like, like.
I have a gluten allergy fee.
Yeah. No. Like, yeah. I had to wear jeans today fee. Like.
I will charge if you make me wear jeans.
Yeah. This is my This is my romper fee. This is, if you want me to show up in a band tee as your makeup artist, that doesn't cost anything. But if you want me to show up in something nice, the nice dress.
If my makeup artist doesn't show up in a band tee, I don't trust her.
Every single one. Why does every single one wear a band tee? It's one of my favorite things.
Because they're chilling and they're getting makeup all over themselves and they want to be comfy because they're working. And also, if they want to be dressed fancy, they can be dressed fancy because they're artsy too.
Yeah, I fucking love makeup artists, so they can do whatever they want.
I am so down for the glam squad on a wedding day.
Mandatory tips. Mandatory tips is bullshit, no matter what kind of vendor you are.
If you want to disguise it, I think the reason that they're saying it's a mandatory tip is because I don't think are tips claimable on taxes?
Yes. You have, well, okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, they're not. They have to be whatever. But if you're having your contract or something, that something has to be and a mandatory tip or whatever, and the IRS or the state finds out that that's a thing, they're going to audit you and figure that out.
Gotcha.
Because like,
Well, no, my thought is like, I could understand. I could understand doing a $30 travel fee. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all because I don't know where they're traveling from. I don't know if it's a thing. So I'm going to just ignore that travel fee because traveling is an expense.
And it is mandatory for some businesses to charge travel.
A Sunday fee. I don't actually hate that because a lot of weddings just predominantly
are on Saturdays,
Fridays or Saturdays. So charging a Sunday fee, some businesses aren't open at all on Sunday. So like that could be a consideration of just like I don't work on Sundays. Sundays is like my day off.
Mm-hmm.
I charge extra to work on a Sunday, especially because, whatever. And probably if it's a Sunday, that usually I would think that the wedding is happening earlier in the day because you're not going to party all night from Sunday into Monday, which means that it's an earlier start time.
Yeah.
So that for me may also be the consideration. Like I have to be there earlier. I'm traveling. I charge a fee for Sunday, but a mandatory tip I think should only be a thing if it's this many people or more. Because I have been on my feet for X amount of time.
It's like gratuity, but it's also like, no, that's stupid. Like It's not a. It's
It
not
makes
a
me
restaurant.
wonder how bad this person has been burned by somebody that they're like, I charge tips.
It's two different camps, and it's
How do you charge a tip?
It's 100% learned behavior because she got that from somebody else. She didn't invent that.
Yeah.
When you're a vendor and you're setting your prices, you are either doing a full like transparency pricing like we do. We don't add any fees. We don't add any whatever.
Yep.
If we discuss travel, it's before we even book anybody. And
that's not a hidden thing.
All of our prices are on our website. Every single add-on and every single whatever. None of them change or whatever. We apply discounts when people ask for discounts and meet the proper criteria. And then the other camp is email me for prices. I'll send you a weird PDF.
Gross.
Book me without even talking to me.
Gross.
Or
Gross.
whatever. You pay whatever. Or, and this is the worst, I'm cheap until you've booked me.
Yes.
And then I'm expensive.
Yes.
We've had wedding planners show up on wedding days and go, oh my God, I need an extra hand. I need an extra $800
to get this person here. You didn't tell me that I had to do this on the day.
Yeah.
It's raining and now I need somebody to squeegee the chairs because you have me doing blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Yeah.
We have seen that kind of practice happen. I have, however, seen where some caterers, not caterers necessarily, but like sometimes like event staff, they'll say like, we request that tips are made or are sent like for whatever to split between the staff, like the wait staff. Because that's
so the owners can take it. Yeah. So
no, you know what I mean?
That's usually what that means.
Yeah. No, like, but I think that the only thing that should be an option if you're going to do this is put the thing out that has the tip thing. You're not asking for it, but you're also saying like, hey, this is a service and you usually tip your hairdresser, you tip your nail lady, you tip the bar, you're probably going to tip the bartender, you tip wait staff, you tip service people. This is just your way of saying like, I did a really good job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
HoneyBook and QuickBooks and Square and all of those things that you can use to
There's just
buy.
a foot. There's just a foot.
There's a dog. All of those customer things that you can use have a option like optional tip. I've turned it off for all of my things. I guess I'm talking to you. I've turned it off for all of my things. That, it doesn't pop up like give this person a tip or whatever. It has before. And I've always felt so bad when HoneyBook didn't give me the option to turn that off. And somebody paid me an extra like $100 while they were checking out.
I don't like that because we're not asking for that.
Exactly. We're never actually asking for that, which sucks. And tips should always be approached that if they're given to you, it is a good thing, but it's not expected. Tips are great, but never expected. If you're in it for the tips, dude, go be a waiter. Like why would you be a makeup artist? Go be a waitress. No,
I mean, like I said, I think that tipping culture can be seen as weird.
Tipping culture is very, very strange.
Yeah, it is.
I've gone to Europe and I was like, wow, this is paying people a livable wage? No fucking way. That's better. That's crazy. Crazy talk, I tell you.
Who would have thought? No, but I think that it is just kind of like a courtesy. Like I said, you go get your hair done, you tip the person that did your hair. If I was to go get my makeup done at like a place, like like somewhere to go sit down and get my makeup done, I would tip them.
Yeah.
So I don't see the difference on a wedding day to not tip the people doing services. Now, it's weird that I say that because I don't think you should necessarily tip us. Like I have never once as a videographer been like, and the tip?
And the tip
but
is,
But it's funny. If I was to be at a wedding, I would very much tip like every service person.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But it's weird that like the thought of us being tipped on a wedding day is like, whoa, us?
Yeah.
I didn't do your hair. I didn't do like, I didn't set the table. What are you doing? That's crazy.
Yeah, no,
silly.
I'm always so surprised. Tips should never, you can't, I don't feel like you can
Tips
legally,
are appreciated and welcomed, but not necessary.
Yeah, I don't feel like you can say it's a mandatory tip. And now she's not making $900 off of this. She's got to pay for the equipment and she got paid for all of the makeup and stuff like that. So
all of the
we're very,
items
very lucky.
used.
We own all of our equipment. All of our all of our products, right, are digital. You're paying for our service and for our
You're not even paying for our service. You're paying for your final product. Is the way that
taxably you are paying for our service.
You know what I mean. But like that's the way we view it. Is we view it as like you are getting a thing from us.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like I can't even equate it to anything else. But just for us, it's you're buying your film.
Yeah, just if half of your business plan is
reliant on tips.
Not even reliant on tips, but tricking people into paying more than you promised them or more than they expected. You're slimy. You're slimy, and
I don't like that.
That sucks in this industry because you're preying on people who are on their most vulnerable because they're trying to run a great wedding day, and a lot of them will do whatever they can.
Could you imagine a birth doula being like, "Oh my God, he's beautiful. Can you just sign off on this tip for me?"
Oh my God, this baby's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to need
that's
another
an extra
person.
$45.
Yeah. Oh wow, he's beautiful.
Ding.
Yeah.
Tap here. Yep.
That fucking sucks. So let's see. Hold on. Let's read the comments.
Yeah, no, I want to hear what people say about this, what their opinions are, because some people might be like,
this is the answer. Ready? If you want 20% more, then charge 20% more.
Yep.
Don't add it on as forced gratuity. I'm with you. This makes no sense.
Yeah. If you think your services are worth more than what people are paying you, they're paying you what you set out for them to pay. You made this price.
Mm-hmm.
That's like being like, oh my God, I've been babysitting this kid for a month and the parents only pay me $10 an hour. But at the initial meeting, they were like, how much do you charge? Oh, $10 an hour. Why are you surprised when they only give you $10 an hour? And they're not like, wow, you did a good job. Here's an extra 30. They're giving you what you asked for. They're meeting you where you asked them to meet you and respecting that.
It's like $200 per person. A little more than $200 per person for the 6 girls that are getting
airbrush makeup is it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's an art form. It's a learned skill. It's amazing. As somebody who, we were around art brush makeup like crazy, not for beautification standards, but for effects makeup.
Yeah.
It's very, it's a very
demanding and it's a skill.
Amazing skill. And if you think that yours is amazing, and it must be, you're thinking that you are, worth all of this money, then just charge that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Charge your worth. Don't trick people into it.
Mm-hmm.
This comment caught my eye. It says, yes, this drove me crazy when I was planning too. Just tell me the real price up front. The whole base price thing that doubles once you add fees and mandatory gratuity is so misleading. And OP commented back on this and said, my caterer did this to me too.
What?
She told me $125 per person.
Whoa.
For food and alcohol.
That's insane.
It took her forever to get me the contract. And when I read it over, there was a mandatory 20% tip. She's the owner too. I was planning on giving each waiter $50 to $100 depending on how the service went.
Right. Yes.
For a couple reasons, we decided to suck it up and keep her as the caterer. That sucks. What a terrible linchpin to put your couples in, to put anybody in.
Mm-hmm.
And what's worse? The worst part is that these people are out there and they're way more successful than the other people that are way more earnest. The people that agree with us and are transparent on their pricing and do not expect tips are going wedding to wedding.
Yeah.
They are we make great money, but
I wouldn't say that.
Compared to other jobs that we did, we make great money. We've worked for ourselves before. We've worked in other industries that were like film or whatever, but for wedding industry, we make great money. It's
for sure
compared to other jobs, for sure. So it sucks that there are also these larger companies, larger people, larger groups or whatever that do this bullshit
that involve,
and it works every time and nobody calls them out on it
because they're just I've already fallen in love with this, or
exactly.
I'm already here. I'm not starting over.
Yes.
Let's just just whatever. Just let's do this to get to the next thing.
Everybody, you guys do 100 weddings a year. It must be
mm-hmm.
the norm or whatever, which is just shit.
You know what it really reminds me of? It reminds me of like, I can't believe I'm saying this because I wanted to do this with our kid. It reminds me of like the Disney princess makeovers. Like they start at like a normal price. You go in, you can get your hair put into the pretty bun. You get glitter, a little bit of, shine on your cheeks and a tiara.
Yeah.
Bam. However, you can also get all of that done, plus a dress, plus the shoes, plus the fancy wand, plus getting this and this experience.
The fairy sneezes on you. Yeah.
Do you really think when your child sits down and they're getting just like the base thing and they look over and this girl is on a parade float because her parents paid for it, you think that she's just going to be like, I'm good with what I got.
Yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, it's exploiting people.
It is very exploitative, and
it sucks.
It's just sad. Just charge that. Just say, this is what I charge on a wedding day on Friday. This is what I charge on a Saturday. This is what I charge on a Sunday. This is what I charge during these months on those days.
Yeah, all of our prices are discussed like before anybody even.
Yep.
We talk about so many things before we even talk about pricing or anything when I talk to couples.
Well, our pricing is right on our website. It's all right there, black and white. It doesn't change.
Everybody should do that. If you don't do that, I would love to know your reasoning behind it other than,
engagement. I would say engagement, just to get like people talking to you, to kind of get them to whatever. We tried that and we hated it.
Whenever anybody does that for software or does that for any sort of like service, they always hate it. So like, why do it for a wedding? Dude, why do it for a wedding? So if you do that, I would love to know your reasoning. Please tell me in the comments or DM us or email us.
Yeah, we'd love to just know, because for us, it didn't work out. And I usually like if I go to like a website for something and they're like, email me for my anti-social face is not, I'm too nervous.
Even prices starting at this is always like a big red flag for me, because it's like, okay, prices starting at $2,000 or whatever, then you look and it's just like $2,000 for me to like sneeze near you, and then it's like $6,000 for me to shoot.
This is the caterer.
4 hours of the day.
Why is the caterer sneezing next to me?
So, let us know if you have anything that you want us to talk about on this podcast. Feel free to DM us on Instagram or TikTok. You can also email us at forbetterorworsepod@gmail.com. And we have a Reddit account now that we're starting to post to different Reddit stuff.
We're getting bullied online.
It's been fun. It's been great. I love it. We're going to start a subreddit at some point. We haven't done it yet, where we can start posting clips and posting episodes and stuff. Hasn't happened yet, but as soon it will be happening, and it will be there and you can join in. We were talking the other day about kids at weddings. We've mentioned it on both episodes. We mentioned kids at weddings.
Mostly the whole reason that we spoke about kids at weddings is because our kids have asked us like what it's like at a wedding. And we're like, for adults or for children?
Yeah.
Like you would hate it at your age, because you couldn't do, I think, what you think a wedding is. I wouldn't allow you to do what you think a wedding is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One, because like kids at weddings are what I see sometimes as an accessory. They are a piece of the day. Not an accessory. I don't like that, but they are part of the wedding team, even though they are a child. Like usually most kids that we see at weddings are part of the wedding party because they're either a junior bridesmaid, a flower girl, a ring bearer, or a junior usher or junior groomsman.
Yeah. It's like they automatically get a job, like when they're part of wedding day, which is like, that's traditional. That I feel like that's how it's always been. At least like my aunts and uncles, when they were kids, were like, I was the flower girl, or I was what our kids, their assignment at the weddings that they've been to have been flower girls,
junior bridesmaids.
They're always like given a task.
Yeah. It's a title.
Yeah.
It's been bestowed upon them.
Having kids at weddings can be
the coolest part of the day.
It can be a wonderful thing, and definitely something that makes the memory. It can also be something that causes a lot of headache.
What I said the other day that I think is actually like a better description is they can either be the shining star of the day or the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's good.
Like it's literally funny. Like, it's beautiful, look at it go, or it's beautiful. Like
It's coming for us.
It's we're doomed.
And it's crying.
It's biting me. Aww.
Yeah, that's the biggest pro for a kid at a wedding day is that they're cute.
They're
kids are
cute and they're so candid. Like you never know what a kid is going to do coming down the aisle. Like we've been at weddings before where we've seen a flower girl, like two flower girls. One is throwing flowers and the other one's like, you're dropping them. Put them back. We're supposed to keep them in the basket because they've been told all day these are in the basket.
Yeah.
And then one goes and knows her job and then the other one's having just like a full on like crisis of job.
We've been to wedding days where both of them like just are, or like it's one flower girl and she's just like, I hate all of you. Every atom of my existence hates everything around me.
Why am I in a dress? I wear pants and rain boots, and that is it.
Just wait.
Where is my pants?
Just wait until you hear how loud I'm going to scream in like 1 second.
This wedding is occurring during my time with Miss Rachel and my juice. Here we go. You're going to hear my disgruntlement.
If you're a vendor, you can help out by trying to keep kids involved, but also by making sure you know who their handler is. If you're planning a wedding, make sure you have someone assigned as a handler for each kid.
That's the thing. I am going to have a wedding. I am going to have a 4-year-old flower girl. Her mother is in the wedding. Her mother needs to be helping me because I am the bride and she is one of my bridesmaids. Her mother, the flower girl's grandmother, is now invited. She is an invited guest to the wedding, even though normally I wouldn't have necessarily invited her. But now she is childminder.
Yeah.
I don't care if they stay for dinner. I don't care if they can leave at any time, but that person is assigned to this child.
Yes.
You know,
it has to be somebody who isn't already have a role because we have seen it so many times. A bridesmaid, like if that's their mother, she cannot pull double duty.
Like if a bridesmaid is the mother of like the flower girl.
Yeah, she cannot pull double duty and be the mother and handle the baby and also be there for the wedding day because there is going to be a time where she has to stand up there with you for a wedding to like happen.
Yeah.
Right. And she can't like break formation to go make sure her kid doesn't jump off the side of Woodcliff or something like that. You know?
And I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There have been days where like that's been the situation and it's gone wonderfully.
Yes.
Because like that's just their relationship. That's how the child normally behaves.
Like a good kid.
A well-behaved, like well-functioning child. Like that's the thing. But like, just because this is a wedding day does not mean that all of a sudden your child who doesn't like to talk to people and is shy is all of a sudden going to be
social butterfly
dancing down the aisle. Like that's not going to happen because they at a young age can't necessarily turn on the mask that we can put on to go, man, I hate being the center of attention. It's so cute. Like no. I do not necessarily like being the center of attention as myself, but when I've been a bridesmaid at a wedding, I can turn it on because I have that capacity. But I've also been at a wedding, my own, and 2 with my daughter at different ages as a flower girl and a junior bridesmaid, where it has been hell with her because she's a child.
Yes.
And this isn't something she knows how to do. And I mean, as a bride with my own child at a wedding, she was 18 months old. Our baby girl was 18 months old at our wedding.
Yes.
And it was like, nobody knows what to do.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything fell apart just because there was no, like, we didn't set up enough for it to be easy for her handlers.
It's a ripple effect. Everybody gets wedding brain. Wedding brain is when the closest people you know, they don't act the same on weddings. They make weird decisions. They talk and speak and make decisions out of character.
Or their personality is cranked up.
Yes.
Even more so.
But that's wedding brain.
Yeah,
It's almost like you can't expect the swing of like how weird somebody's going to act in different, like the easiest example is when a father that's pretty stoic suddenly cries.
Yes.
It's like, that's wedding brain.
Yes.
He's being affected by wedding brain. Or when a mother of the groom suddenly rushes onto the dance floor, like, to steal a dance from her son. That's wedding brain.
Yeah. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's rippled over into the people who are watching the kids, because if you think adults get wedding brain when they start acting out of character,
oh my God, these poor
every
babies.
kid has even bigger swing all over the place.
And I mean, think about it. They're wearing clothes that they've probably never worn before.
Yes.
Their feet hurt because they're wearing shoes that are hard plastic.
Yeah, that they absolutely didn't break in.
Imagine
before.
wearing think about it. You're normally wearing like a t-shirt, cotton material, and then all of a sudden your neck is buttoned up to here.
Don't have to imagine it,
the
man.
sleeves are long and it's hot out. And what are suspenders? And I don't want to wear shoes. Like, how overstimulating that must be.
It sucks. It sucks. It must suck. And so you have to plan for the kids to
every eventuality that,
could happen.
Somebody may need to physically carry the sleeping flower girl down the aisle. I think that there are so many things that can be done preparation wise to mitigate these disasters.
Yeah.
I think there's so many things that can be done preparation wise to mitigate these things. So we said we were going to talk about, just off the top of our heads, a few things that when planning a wedding, if you're planning on having a small child involved in the day, not even as like a guest, but just involved in the day through like being part of the wedding party, what can you do to maybe be mindful of their needs? The same way that you're buying bathrobes for your bridesmaids and flasks for the groomsmen, you also need to have some things for these little humans as well.
Yes.
Right? So my first thought was having your own snack bin for this child.
That's a good idea.
Or these two children. But I'm not going to have Doritos in that bag or Cheetos in that bag because that's going to get all over them.
Oh.
Right? We're going to have like clear juices.
Goldfish.
Those can get a little messy, but
Pretzels.
Less so.
Pretzel sticks.
Fruit snacks.
Yes.
Things like that will keep them munching and crunching and happy throughout the day. Bam. That right there is a huge thing because they get free. They don't want to be like, oh boy,
and they don't even know
here.
it. Yeah, they don't even know it. They don't go like, I'm starving.
They're just like,
yeah, but I can hold out. Yeah, I can hold out for a little longer, but I'm pretty hungry.
So readily available child snacks. Like they don't want to be sitting there eating the charcuterie tray.
No.
Get them some goldfish, some Cheez-Its.
I think another one that you do is that you always bring lollipops to weddings, like sugar-free lollipops to weddings.
I keep them in my fanny pack.
And I think brides or couples, I don't want to say brides, I think couples who are planning to have children at their weddings should also provide that to their vendors. Like straws that are given to you from a waitress, they have like in their pocket just like a billion straws or whatever. Mm-hmm. You should give all of those to your vendors so that the vendors, the photographers, the video, the content creators, the coordinator, the DJ or whatever has lollipops or whatever.
I have gone up to the parents of like ring bearers or flower girls before family photos start. And I'm like, listen, I have lollipops in my purse or I have lollipops in my fanny pack, and I'll show them to the parents. I show them the ingredients. Like I keep them with me the same way I would if I was to go to like my kid's school and bring a snack.
They're sugar-free and from TJ Maxx.
Hell yeah. And they're delicious.
Yeah. They're called something weird. It's from a brand you've never heard of.
They're from Switzerland something, but they
taste great.
They're delicious and they're like the flat ones, and they're not like the dyes in them aren't bright. So they're not just going to be like blue and they're like smiling. But I show the parents and I'm like, listen, at some point, if it's okay with you, I will pull these out to get a picture. or I will pull these out to get them to walk down the aisle. Is this okay? And they're usually like, yeah. Oh my God. Like, I remember as a child, a lollipop was an amazing bribe.
Yes.
You know, so there have been times where like there are like two brothers that are both ring bearers that are just like punching each other and they're not smiling for family photos. And I'll go like, hey, Braxton.
It's a great.
And they'll go, and I'm like, I need 2 smiles. One from you, one for, another lolly. And you'll see all of a sudden, bam. And I have so
Super
many,
smile.
I have so many of them in my bag and they don't last very long, which is also the best part. It's not a pop that's going to be in their mouth for an hour. It's like a 1.5 minute treat that just it gives them a reward. It gives them something to work for. And then later, hey, you going to walk in and smile? No. Will you walk up to me? Yeah. I don't like the idea of like strangers giving kids candy, but like
no, but you're not a stranger at that point.
No, I'm a person on the day, and the parents are very much like,
you're professional.
You got that because you smiled so nice. That's so cool. I wonder if you'll get another one later. Mm-hmm. I wonder if you walk in later, you'll get, like it's things like that that just make, it's like herding cats. Yeah. Like it's something simple. We've also seen on wedding days that I think is really cute when like the ring bearer is just like, he could walk, but having him walk down the aisle is not a good idea. You'll see them in a wagon and they have like a bubble wand gun thing that's just like spitting bubbles everywhere because 1, it adds to the fun of the day. Yeah. 2, it keeps them sitting. And 3, bubbles. We love it. Like, so here for it. And it gives everybody the aww. And it gets people to pay attention because like if they didn't pay attention to the few people coming down the aisle, all of a sudden there's bubbles. Like where are those coming? The baby.
A baby.
We love that. And the other thing that I really, really want to drive home. This kid may not be involved in any aspect of your wedding, even though you plan to have them there.
Yeah. Planning out because there's a good chance that like they're going to cry and scream. There is a equally as likely chance that they're going to do exactly what you thought as there is that they're going to do the exact opposite of what you planned for.
Yes, because this is not a situation that they've ever been in.
Rehearsal be damned. They don't know.
The rehearsal is completely different than the wedding day. All of a sudden there's 1 billion people here.
Yeah, it's hot. Like, and I'm in different clothes. And this sucks.
And I had to sit in that room that smelled like hairspray and anxiety all day.
No,
like
I've never been high before, but now I know how it feels because of all the hairspray I had to huff.
And I'm hungry.
And I'm hot. And I'm sweaty.
And this lady keeps telling me to smile and the lights are flashing. Like it's so much the same way that like we've seen couples go, I need a minute, like during the day. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine also shitting your pants during that situation like a toddler does? Yeah. Like that's, oh my heavens.
I do it. I've done it once at a wedding and I'm like, hey, this would suck if I was a kid, but I'm an adult. So I'm just kidding.
That stressed me out so bad because I know your history and I would fully believe that something like that happened. No, but there, like I said, we've seen people that are like, you're not going to let your kid be on their iPad at my wedding. Right. And it's like, we're all sitting on our phones while getting our makeup done. Yeah. And I'm sitting here eating like some random like cantaloupe and I'm scrolling TikTok. Trust me. Child is quiet. They're not messing up their hair. They're not running around. Who cares?
What fucking aesthetic are you trying to bring by being like, and no screens like for children or whatever?
Hey, by the way, I don't want to see anybody on their phones. Girl, like, no.
Yeah, so fucking
You
stupid.
wanted them in your wedding. This is part of it. You know, it's no different than like if you had to have somebody like, oh, my dog is my ring bearer. Right? Oh my God, it pooped over there. Dogs poop outside. Like, kids cry.
What you wanted to do, right?
Yes, exactly. So
we've had kids who have been perfect. They've been little and honestly just did their job.
They just wanted to be involved and be a part of the day, and we're willing to do whatever just to stand tall next to the big people.
My very, very favorite story about a kid at a wedding was at Jalen and Lanissa's wedding, where they had her little flower girl. Was it her little sister?
I don't think it was her cousin. I believe it was her cousin. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, because to us, I'm pretty sure she said, my cousin.
Yeah.
Your cousin's at Christmas. Like,
she was the sweetest little girl.
They let anybody come up and do speeches.
Yeah, she was in a big, big dress, and they let everybody grab the mic that wanted to. She was a sweet
little princess who was just so excited to be part of the day with all the beautiful girls.
She was awesome.
And to be dolled up. Her hair was curled. She had makeup on.
She was so sweet the whole day.
She was so kind and wanted to just be there.
And so after at that point, 5 people had given speeches.
At least.
And she
stepped up and she was crying. She had these sweet little gentle tears in her eyes. And she was just like, I remember when you asked me to be in your wedding. And everybody's just already like, oh my God, this brave little girl just stood up. She goes, and I remember how excited I got that I fell down and hurt my knee. It's just like... and everyone's just like, and she's like, I'm gonna miss seeing you all the time, but I'm so happy that you got married and I love you. And it was just
here's a video right here. I'm gonna play it.
Hold on.
I remember when you told me in Christmas to be your flower girl. I was so happy.
It's okay.
I was so happy that I was even jumping all around. And I even hurt myself on my knee.
We've also had, literally, like I said, Shining Star or Asteroid That Killed the Dinosaurs. We have had to save flower girls from getting run over by cars.
Yes. Well, not me. You did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I saved them from getting intoxicated. The same girls in the same day. It was kind of crazy.
It was absolute insanity because it was 2 flower girls and both their mother and their fathers were
2 separate. There was 2 separate kids.
2 separate children with 2 separate sets of parents that
and
were
their parents were both in the bridal party.
They were all in the wedding party.
Both dads.
So 2 dad groomsmen, 2 mom bridesmaid, 2 flower girls, from each family.
One of them had the parents of the groom watching the kid.
We'll use that really loosely because they were watching the wedding and not the girls.
They were assigned to watch the kid.
Yes.
Or they were at least told hey, watch the kid.
Keep an eye on them because we can't.
Because we're in a place near the road. And the other one don't know.
We don't know who was assigned to that child.
Who was supposed to be watching them.
I don't know if they were just well, they're watching her. Maybe they'll keep an eye on this one too. Maybe they'll think they're the same person. They're both wearing the same dress.
These little girls caused so much havoc all day long. It was so tough.
It wasn't even
tough for everybody
it wasn't even
involved.
Their fault because
no, absolutely
that
not.
was the hard part. I didn't feel comfortable being hey, you're being unsafe because they genuinely were just
he didn't have time to scold up and be hey, cut that out or you had to go get them because they're gonna go in the road and get squashed by a car or we're taking a big bridal party photo and let everybody put your beers down or whatever.
This one little girl toddled up, over, grabbed her cup of apple juice that was not apple juice and started drinking a beer.
Oh my God, it was nuts.
Which was insane. And even
this was after the ceremony part, which you were part of.
Which the flower girls, the whole aisle was lined with these beautiful tall vases that were half full of water with floating real lit candles inside of them.
They were big candles. They were
large candles,
super round and had really, really thick wicks.
They had tall flames coming from them, and the whole aisle was lined with flower petals. And these girls figured out how to David Blaine little poofs of fire by dropping these flower petals into the flame throughout the ceremony.
So they're just sitting there going poof, poof, over and over
again and again. And it's nothing bad is happening, but I'm ready to put out a fire. I looked around the room for the fire extinguisher, found it, and I was ready to drop my camera and grab it at some point. But it wasn't causing enough of a disturbance to warrant me going, knock it off.
This was also early in our career, so we didn't know how much we could intervene.
Yes.
At that point, we were still like kind of playing second fiddle to photographers. We were just not we just are like simultaneously where they are and what they're doing and also not in their way.
Yes.
So like, at that point we were like, how much can we
I'm only
get
intervening
involved?
if somebody's going to die.
Exactly.
Or if something really bad is happening.
Which that flower girl tested out right away when she bolted for the road.
Yeah, we were all by the road taking pictures by the church, and the bridal party's all lined up, and it's just like, okay, it's just the adults. Yay, the couple's kissed. And I literally was like, no, I know no one's watching her.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't film any of this. I'm not filming a single bridal party thing. It's all on you. I put my camera down. I was like, looks like I am the childminder right now.
Yeah.
And one went one way down the sidewalk and one went for the crosswalk. And I was like, there's no cars there. And I remember I had to grab her. I picked her up and she was hitting me.
Yeah.
And I was like, good for you, hitting and kicking the stranger that's picking you up on the side of the road. Like, love the survival instincts you have.
Love it. This
like,
is
the
great.
cars aren't dangerous, but this person who gave me a lollipop earlier is dangerous. Once again, it sounds so creepy, but like, I was just like, and
it's not creepy coming from you. If it's coming from me, like if you're the big sweaty video guy, you cannot give the kids lollipops.
Hey kids, smile for me.
Yeah, kids, smile. When they were poofing in the during the ceremony, when they were poofing the flowers into the candles, they were just like yelling at each other too.
They were
like
kicking each other and
kicking
bickering
and making
then,
just noise and singing. They were like just like singing out loud randomly.
And at one point they looked back at us and we were like, and they stopped and they were like, oh, we're not supposed to make noise in here. There's the door to where the road is. And they booked it.
Yeah.
They took off
and their handlers that were sitting in the aisles were like,
who's going to go get them?
Yeah. Like
they totally forgot
because it's wedding brain and they're like, oh, I don't want to mess this up for anybody.
I don't want to stand up.
If I stand up and run out, I don't want anybody to whatever. But it's like, what's going to ruin a wedding? If a kid gets pancaked, like what will ruin a day is if the kid you're supposed to be watching gets deaded. That's whatever.
I've seen recently, there's actually like services that are like up and coming. That's literally just, I am the wedding day babysitter.
Oh, that's dope.
Right. It reminds me of, not to bring up Disney again, but there's literal like services where they have like vacation nannies who are like, I will come with you guys to the park.
They have those at like resorts and cruises too. So you can equate it to that.
Well, no, it's fine. Cause this is what I know. I'm talking about what I know. But like, they're literally like, yeah, I know you're like a family of 5 and you have like a 2-year-old and you and your older kids want to go on this ride together. Me and little buddy right here are going to go walk around and watch a parade and I'll meet you back here. Like it's a legitimate service. And I'm seeing that more and more coming up on like wedding connection Facebook pages and stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm, so-and-so. And I literally, my whole job is just to be a childminder on the day of the wedding. I'm there, during cocktail hour. If the kid needs a break, I'm there. If they just want to go walk, I will bring them back to your house and finish the night out there. So you do not have to, whatever. I will do transport. I mean, we've seen that on days of the wedding where the bridal party is getting ready. And then maybe it's like 30 minutes before the ceremony and up comes the grandparents with a baby in pajamas. They get dressed. They had already taken a nap. They weren't surrounded by the chaos of the day. And then they're kind of like, oh, I'm here. I'm in a dress. I'm with my parents now. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Get a couple pictures. They get to be in the ceremony and then grandma and grandpa take them home.
Yeah.
Like that's all they're needed for.
It's 100%.
And we're not even talking about children as guests at weddings, which I'm not even going to talk about in this episode.
Yeah, we'll save that for something else.
Beast in and of itself.
It's like more power to you if you want to do that. That's a lot to
it can be. It surely can be depending on what kind of day you want to have, but we'll definitely talk about that in another podcast. But this is just referring to children in the wedding party.
Yes. And children who are part of the day or children that are the children of people that are part of the day.
Yeah.
It is honestly, the best way to approach this, and I'm not trying to dehumanize the children. I'm not trying to whatever, but there's a lot of time and energy and money that goes into wedding days, and you really want to cross all your T's and dot all your I's.
You really want them there. Over prepare.
The like, think about, like, we've gone to weddings where the couple is like a really big dog family, right? And they want their dog involved on the day. So during our, we'll do a first look, and then our dog is going to join us. And every single time there will be a dog sitter.
Not every single time.
Every time that it's worked the best, there will be a dog sitter that comes up with the leash,
hands it over to somebody,
hands over whatever, brings the dog in.
We get some cute
pictures. They hook the dog back on the leash.
Bye.
And then they peace, and they're gone from the wedding.
Yeah.
Usually. And I hate to say, like, children at weddings should be treated like that, but if they're part of your wedding, you're already using them as a prop, pretty much.
Yeah,
so,
you're
might as
expecting
well
them to be doing a task. You're expecting them to be a part of your picture of your day, right?
So fly them in for that part that's going to be memorable, and then fly them out.
Yep.
Get them out of there, because, and
if you can't, for whatever reason, you have to expect that some things may not be as shiny as you hoped they would be.
Yes.
Right? Like, they may not make it down the aisle the way you hoped. They may be asleep at entrances. They may actually have to get picked up.
Yeah.
And whatever. They may, during entrances, all of a sudden they're in their pajamas.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted them there.
You have these kids that are the groom's younger brothers or whatever, and it's family photos time. We're going to get all the family photos. And
where are your pants?
They've changed out of their clothes into their night clothes or whatever. And now you have to wrangle them up, and grandma's got to go and get them changed
back into what they're supposed to be wearing
or whatever.
It happens all the time.
It does. It's almost like I said, it's an equal chance that they do everything perfect. It's way more expected for them to not do anything perfect.
Kids.
And that's fine, because they're kids, and you roll with the cute. But if you really want to make everybody as happy as possible, especially you and the person, whatever, handlers, small tasks, keep them involved, and
snacks,
fly them in and fly them out as soon as they're ready and done. Because you don't need them. People who get ready with the kids or whatever, they will. No kid. Suddenly a kid gets dressed, has a little makeup applied, does their hair real quick, and then gone.
Yeah.
Whatever. She's the flower girl. She looks so pretty in her dress. Here's a picture of you in your bathrobe playing with her real quick in the thing, and then she's out. She's gone. We'll see her later.
Don't want to be there either. They want to go run up and down the pretty aisle really quick. Or they want to be outside.
Yeah, they want to go look at the flowers.
Where's my dad? I saw grandma.
Yeah.
I want to go over here. I smell something good. Like, the way that, like, we acknowledge things like, oh, that food's probably really good. Kid's going to grab it. They're going to eat it. Like, they're in the things that we think, like, oh my God, I would absolutely love to have a cupcake right now. Oh, look, little Moira's eating one. Like, that kind of thing is going to happen. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry. That child is dying of hunger.
Yes.
Like, it is to the extreme. Like, oh, it's hot out. That child is sweltering.
Yes.
Like, you have to expect that. Like, if you also, just real quick, if you know this child and you know that they are just hell on wheels or loud, or their parents let them kind of get away with anything, or at every family party, they end up on the table or breaking something. And you're like, that's going to be my flower girl or my ring bearer, my junior bridesmaid. Why did you think on your wedding day they were going to be any different?
Yeah. Why'd you make that bet? Don't gamble. Never buy a lottery ticket. Don't talk to the police. You guessed wrong. That sucks. If you have had a terrible experience with a child at a wedding,
whether you were a guest or a vendor or
their handler, or it was your kid and they jumped into the cake, or it was
you as a child who did something kind of crazy at a wedding,
or if you've had experiences that are good and you want us to eat our words, please let us know.
Oh my
DM
God.
us, comment.
I like
all
I
that
said,
different kind of
I
stuff.
love when like a kid at a wedding all of a sudden is just like and I'm here. I mean, don't you remember at that one wedding where all of a sudden like it started getting a little emotional during the ceremony and the flower girl realized it and went up and held the bride and groom's hands?
Yeah.
And the thing is that like I didn't expect her to do that because she was very clingy. It was Jess and Alex's wedding.
Jess and Alex's
It was
wedding.
Jess and
Thank
Alex's
you. I was
wedding.
trying to think.
Yeah.
I knew where it was, and
it
we
was just like
filmed a lot
it was
there,
like all of a sudden she realized that like this was a really important moment, and she was like, "I'm gonna go be present in this wedding."
Yeah.
And she may not even remember this later on in life, but for a second I was just like, "Oh my God." Like she really just took like everyone is very warm out here. It's a summer day. It's a beautiful day, but it's warm. And then all of a sudden everybody just was engaged.
Yes.
Because of that. It was like she brought everybody there. And I did not expect that from that little one.
No, it was very, very sweet.
I mean, she was a very nice little girl, but I did not expect her to do something so brave and bold. And it was also so innocent, but it was surprising.
Mm-hmm. We've had also one of our couples, Alyssa and Brian, their baby girl was there on the day, and her sister also had just recently had a baby.
They were like the same age.
Which is crazy. That's some crazy timing. And
they're so beautiful.
They were the sweetest little babies the entire day. They were so smiley and happy, and that's kind of half just because they were great parents to this baby, and she was just happy or whatever.
This person's watching the child, and this person's watching the child, and then we're gonna take some pictures, and then our babysitter is gonna go here.
Yeah.
And then at one point, the groom walked down the aisle with his daughter in her beautiful willow dress.
It was so awesome.
And then
so
passed
pretty.
the baby off to his father, who was there and ready. It was choreographed. It was beautiful. If I'm being completely honest, I don't remember if the baby was at the reception or not. Because one, it was
I don't remember either of them were there.
No.
Honestly.
No, I don't in the slightest. But it was just one of those things where it was just done so well that it was like, the baby's here when we need her, and then she's not. And then she's here and she's smiling and she's cute, and then she's somewhere in the shade. And then all of a sudden she's there for the ceremony and I'm sobbing because she's walking down the aisle with her daddy, and then one day she might do this with her daddy when she's older, and then she's gone. Like, it was just like,
yeah.
If you're going to have a baby at a wedding, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
They're in, they're out. They're hiding, they're back. They're like
here,
a celebrity. They're like, you know, like when like all of a sudden like a bunch of like movements happening and they're like, is that the celebrity moving? Like, avert your eyes. Nobody look.
Yeah,
we're wheeling them out.
Please.
Yes. Yeah. It was very well done.
If you were one of our couples and you had a kid that was a disaster on the day, or if you were one of our couples and a kid that was great on the day, if you were a bride or a groom or a couple that had a kid that was a disaster on a day, in the end, it's all just a story. It's all just stories. It's all,
it's over now.
You know, when they grow up, you'll tell them and they'll be embarrassed, and it's great. And if you were one of our couples, you had bad kids at your wedding, guess what? They didn't make it into the video. So it's like it never happened, you know? So that's how I always look at it.
Unless you got the traditional film, then you're seeing almost everything.
Then you're seeing it all, and sorry about that.
But the edit, we left it out of the romantic moving edit.
Yes. Like I said, if you have a good story about kids at weddings, I would love to hear it. I know you would love to hear it too. So please let us know in the comments or DM us or send us videos of kids being little shits at weddings, whatever. Sounds good to me. Well, thanks for watching our 4th episode now of For Better or Worse. I have loved doing this. I just want you to know that. I want you to know that on camera that I've really, really enjoyed doing this.
If I'm being completely honest, so we filmed this one like really late at night, like we said, and I want to know if the vibes were different in this one. Our day was very, very hectic and chaotic, and tomorrow's going to be hectic and chaotic. Yes. And it was nice to sit down and kind of just chat with you. So let us know if you like this vibe better than the one we were putting out before, for sure.
I'd like to try to keep it like filming during the days and stuff when the kids are at school, but
maybe once a month.
If we have to do this at night, have a little like after, you know, a midnight hour podcast.
We got to introduce alcohol to it if we're going to keep doing that then.
That's a good idea. I have so many ideas. So many ideas of how to introduce alcohol into this podcast, make games out of it.
On our next podcast, we are going to be talking about favors at weddings, whether they are worth spending your money on, and what some people have said have been the absolute best and worst favors they have received at a wedding. If you liked what you heard here today, don't forget to RSVP to the channel by subscribing, and to be notified when we put out a new video, ring the wedding bell below. Bye.
Bye.